I invoke the power of the Holy Presence to be present in my living and to forgive me when I have doubt or fear or any careless misgiving. I invoke the care of the one who knows my nature by my name, who holds me close and wipes my tears and shields me from crippling shame. I invoke the goodness of the giver who gives without regards. And if I think in lack or want, my mind my giver guards. I invoke the character of divine to show me how to be, to understand that who I am is greater than what others see. I invoke the passion of this moment, the lover of my soul, for in this passion and this moment, my being is completely whole. Invocation. Good afternoon, my brothers and my sisters, and welcome to another Wednesday Wisdom Poetry. I am Sharaledon Brave. It is so good to be before you and to have this time. Welcome to another Wednesday, our hump day. All right. So listen, who do we have? I see Paul. Thank you so much for being with me. My cousin Kit. Thank you, cuz. See you there. So I have about 3 or 4 longer pieces to share with you today. I do not have a 4-liner. They are coming back soon, and I'm going to do a shout out to Eric. Eric Daniels. He actually posted a 4-liner. I think it was on yesterday evening, saying that I inspired it. So I appreciate that. Hey, there's plenty of room for greatness, is what I share with him. All right, so let me go ahead and get started with the very first piece. And that piece, let's see, the title of it is Calling. Why are you waiting? Why are you stalling? Why are you ignoring your higher calling? You feel it often and you know it's true. Acknowledge your fears and move past you. It may be difficult or it may be fun. You don't want regrets of work left undone. Someone is lost, trying to find their way. You may have the answer in what you do or say. So embrace your calling. It's not just for you. You might just help someone else make it through. Calling. And as always, the pieces are going to be will be attached to the video afterwards. I stumbled a little bit because I just remembered to ask you, please go ahead and hit your share button now, all right? So others might be able to enjoy the show live, or they'll be able to see it later. But I usually do actually forget to ask you to hit your share button. So that'd be wonderful if you would do that for me right now, okay? So the next piece, and I'm going to grab a sip of this tea while I have the opportunity. Pam, thank you so much for joining me. And Pam, I promised you I am working. Matter of fact, I'm expecting any day the smaller versions of my dwelling place in from the printers. It may even be in the mail today. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to getting you your copy out as soon as I get them in and framed. All right, thank you. The next piece is entitled A Conversation with the Ancestors. So get comfortable. This one I'm going to read a little bit slower. It's deep. I now trod the trails that you traveled from dawn to the midnight hour, where you hid in cellars during the day and at night in an old church tower. I now feel the fear that you felt when the darkened skies were set ablaze. I feel the pain you felt every time, struggling through the burning smoke and the haze. I now hear the cries that you heard from the woods far beyond the dell. I see the sadness in your eyes, of the horrors too horrific to tell. I now smell the scent that you smelled, of the bodies burned and mutilated, wondering who would perpetrate this madness of any soul that God and love created. I now carry all of these memories that were formed by you just for me. I live my life paid by your blood because freedom is never free. This is entitled A Conversation with the Ancestors. Jesse, my brother, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate having you with us. The next piece is entitled Fulfill the Dream. And I thought, sure, I had, and let me just double check something. I thought I had 5 pieces. Well, let's keep going. At least I didn't cut it off in the middle of a poem. Fulfill the Dream is the title of this particular piece. The strength of our people are not simply tales of old. They are the voices of our elders and stories of our ancestors told. Stories that you won't find in American history books because the truth of this country ain't as pretty as it looks. Have you questioned the unlawfulness for enslaved Africans to read? For if he became consciously aware, he knew he must be freed. Have you questioned why freedom took so long? The tyrants used the Bible to convince that slavery was not wrong. Have you ever questioned why this country is still so divided? Because they realize that the power of the people, when in consciousness, we stand united. So divide and conquer is the ongoing scheme. We must wake up and take action to fulfill the living dream. This is entitled Fulfill the Dream. So the last piece I have here, I want to make sure I got them all. The last piece I have is a piece entitled Great Teachers. I actually wrote this piece, I think it was last year, during the month of February. You all may have, those who've been with me for a while, for the last 5 years in the month of February, I would write a poem a day. So this particular piece came up this morning as a memory, and at first I posted it, then I immediately took it back off because I knew I wanted to share it with you today. And I'm going to share it with you, and then I'm going to talk about my motivation today, sharing the piece with you. Aunt Margaret, I see you, my dear. Good to see you. Great teachers. For many people of color, the influence of great teachers stand head to toe with that of gospel preachers. And in many of our communities, the two are often related, but still the service that they rendered often went understated. A teacher's focus was greater than just A, B, and C's. It was instilling that with an education, you were holding important keys. Keys to unlock and open a world of opportunities and options, and to clear the mind of all sorts of myths, fallacies, and mental toxins. It's not the goal of a teacher to teach you what to think. They inspire where there's a pool of knowledge, you be brave enough to drink. Great teachers. This has been quite a week since, I think since Saturday. I had gotten a call or a text probably the week before that someone dear to me had taken ill, and this past Saturday, I actually received the call that she had made her transition, and her name is Helen Marie White. She was a co-worker of mine in the school I worked at in Washington, D.C., and she was a mother. She was a grandmother. She was a wife. She led our cosmetology department, and so she was a businesswoman, and she created business people. And when I think about all the lives that she's touched, I'm still processing because I'm still getting calls, messages, and texts because she and I were very close friends. And I think I could say this. We were so close that her husband, Mr. Tony White, has reached out to me twice. Some of you may have even seen the message on Facebook. He said, "Your partner, my wife," and he wanted to let me know. And so I did speak with him and the strength of he and his family right now, because she was such a big heart, a giving spirit, a loving woman, a an educator of the highest degree. And to know that we at Ballou Stay, my other family, having to go through this, we remain strong, uh, and we embrace our students. And so, if you would just allow me just a moment, I'd like to actually call some names, because first and foremost, my Ballou State family know that we're thinking about you. Mr. Tony White, husband, partner, lover, friend to Mrs. White, thank you so much for being who you are and allowing me and your wife to be great friends. She was a confidant to me, and I was a confidant to her. And you knew that and you understood that. And thank you for that. I love to say my heart are with Loren, Tony Jr., Faith, Ian, and Angelica, and hosts of grandchildren. And I take the time to do that because it's not just I've lost a friend, but when I think about all the lives that she's touched, I try not to be selfish. And I also want to speak on Mrs. Cabiesis, who is one of, she's on staff also, but I also understand that after I left to come back to the Atlanta area, that Mrs. Cabiesis and Mrs. White became very close friends. And I love Mrs. Cabiesis because she had a nice, unique way of cracking on me that always, we would crack on each other, that always made me laugh. So I know that her heart is broken right now. So Miss Cabiesis, I'm, I feel your pain and I'm here for you. And another coworker of hers, Mr. Marston Davis, because he actually is over the barbering part of what we do at Ballou State, and so he and Mrs. White actually worked very closely together. And so, thank you for allowing me this time to share that. So, it is my intent to be with the family sometime in the next few days in Washington D.C. So, but I ask that you all continue to keep the White family lifted in your prayers. Keep my former co-workers at Ballou State High School in Washington, D.C. in your prayers. I would appreciate that. And so that's where we are. All right. Uh, Thank you. I appreciate that, Paul. Thank you so much. Pam, I appreciate that. So I'm not going to keep you any longer. We're going to close as we now do with my dwelling place. There we are. And I did enlarge the font, so this one I can actually read without my reading glasses. Father, you are my dwelling place, the sun rays upon my face, the wind against my back, the light between the cracks, the promise in time of storm that I'll never be left alone, the anointing upon my head, by grace and mercy I am led. You are my counselor, touching my eyelids with sleep. You are my very best friend, for my secrets you do keep. You are my way maker when mountains are all I see. You are the King of glory who sets my shackles free. When others try to trouble me, as I continue to run this race, I shall keep on keeping on, for you are my dwelling place. It really hits home today. It really does. So I thank you all for being with us. Travis, I do see you, my brother. Thank you for being with us. And so until next week, be safe, stay prayed up. And If it be in the will of God, I will be here, and I hope that you will be here with me. Take care now. Bye-bye.